Hey, welcome to this Command Modern Air Naval Operations gameplay video. If you love modern simulations, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play some Command Modern Air Naval Operations. And if you've been following along in this very long series of videos to do this scenario Canary's Cage, which turns out to be a pretty complicated little scenario. And you'll know that we're at the end of our last video. We had successfully struck the airfield at Los Rodeos, or La Laguna. Oh, yeah, where is this? Los Rodeos. Where did that La Laguna come from? And we did a pretty good job. Get in here. Look at that. Bomb damage assessment, runway 3,200 meters. She's pretty much shattered. So today our objectives are these two SSM platoons and smacking this radar and this SAM battery. The idea, of course, is to put out more eyes. I don't think we're going to. I don't know. We may end up hitting the Gondo Air Base also. Can't do that with this SAM battery here. This radar is most elusive. After we hit these, I may send this recon team up in the hills hunting for it. Other than that, I think this is pretty much under control. I don't know it, but I know that we've got a submarine out here somewhere. Again, I think if you watched the last video, you know that I had a lot of problems getting the long-range airstrikes to happen, and over the course of 3 or 4 tries, I spotted 2 and killed 2 submarines. Well, we only killed 1 in the last one, so there's another kilo out there somewhere. But I have a strong suspicion that once these airfields are down, any effective resistance to this force is about 0. So, what do you say we get started? Well, I'm just chatting along here. Before we do, hey, if you've been following along all this time, or if this is your first video, which if it is, I suggest you go back and start a few videos back to see what's going on. But you haven't subscribed, hey, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell notification, ring that bell. That way you'll know when I've posted another video. Like the video is a quick way to help the channel. Just click like, share with your friends, and most especially leave me a comment. I've gotten some really nice suggestions, some very insightful suggestions from viewers. If you like this game, if you've played it before, you see something I need to know, I'd love to hear about it. If you have a question about it, I don't know that I'm good enough to answer it, but I'll try. Okay, I do believe I have queued up the missions we need. We have the Gatos Iron Hand going after the radar and the SAM battalion. And we have the SSM suppression missions, which are a pair of Harriers each from the Principe de Asturias. I'm not real sure if there's anything else we need to do here. The tankers are on station, and the Marsopa is out hunting that kilo. The Mistral is trying to screen Grupo Alpha again in case that kilo's gotten around, so he's basically doing ASW. The Tramontana is really just kind of looking around down in here in the general area. The Scirocco is actually sitting in the vicinity of the landing area, and kind of interesting. There just doesn't seem to be anything there, so I think we're going to keep her in this vicinity, just in case there happens to be something I don't know about that may pop up in the immediate vicinity of our target area. Good old cough button. Okay, So I think what we're going to do, we're going to get started. We're going to launch these missions. And then I anticipate long, quiet times of these uh, ships moving into the vicinity of our landing area and waiting for uh, aircraft to rearm at Maron for follow-up strikes. Let's see. Let's take a look. Ah, yes. We have a couple harms ready. These guys are going without these two. These are my reserves. We got the cap that ought to launch to cover the tankers. I don't know if there's still somebody there. Uh, there's 4 Hornets. Those are the heavy. Yeah, they're heading home. Probably ought to launch the cap to get somebody up to watch that. Now look at this. There's an uh-oh. The Gatos Iron Hand. They don't belong in a Gatos Iron Hand. How did I manage to do that? But this is actually kind of cool. This is a place where you can come in here and say, look, I want you to unassign. You can assign things to missions here. It kind of cleans things up nicely. But these paveway birds, oh, those are the paveway birds coming back, I think. There's only one of them. There's only one. So when they land, it'll be 4 or 5 hours before these guys are able to launch again. So I guess this is a long way of saying there's going to be some quiet times. I suspect what we're going to do is launch these missions. We're going to get them done, and then I'm going to put a cut in the video, and I'm going to let the game run. If something exciting happens, I can back up, to an autosave, 20-second autosave, start the video again, and say, watch this. I suspect what will happen is that I'll wait till I'm ready to launch more strikes. We'll start the video again, and we'll try to get this one done in one more video. This one, although it may take a couple of long cuts in it to get us there, so we don't just sit here watching these ships move and nothing happening. So enough chatting. Mission editor. Let us launch the Iron Hand and the SSM suppression strikes. Make them both active. Kick that to the other screen. Sometimes, and I don't know if it's me just being impatient or what, sometimes it seems to take a little bit of time to get those guys off the ground. Let's get it started. Let's go to, I don't know, 5 seconds. Yeah, things are running. Come on now. You guys ought to be going. Yep, everything's moving. Okay, what have we done wrong here? Paused it. Good. Okay, let's see. As one doctor said, it allows air-to-air refueling. However, the distance to the target is shorter than the aircraft's maximum combat radius with the given weapon loadout and flight profile. As such, air-to-air refueling is disabled for all waypoints. Okay, well that's exciting. Cannot launch. Reason no context can be engaged by available weapons. Not suitable. Oh, I think I know what's going on here. Well, that's interesting. Well, basically they're saying, yeah, that contact's too old. What have I got here? What have I got here? These guys have a lot of fuel. Let's go stir these guys up and see if we can get that mission to launch by updating. We're going to do a reconnaissance with with my cap. All right, our suppression missions are taking off. Let's go. Oops, get the right keys. And all right, the suppression missions are on their way. And once again, we got the game not running smoothly. I've got a very powerful machine here. I do not understand. All right, all right, all right. That looks like that's updated. I do not understand these problems. I may have said this before, but I have reviewed what I can find, and it tells you to disable this overlay and disable that overlay, and da 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 da. And it's like, guys, this is no way to design a Windows app. There's all kinds of crap running on Windows machines, and this thing ought to run in that environment. But, there's my rant. All right, let's see. Shoot. Oh, I want to look at the Gatos Iron Hand. It may not launch now unless I force it. Yeah, they're not going. Well, let's see. We'll make it inactive. We'll make it active. Let's see if that stirs them up. Doesn't seem to. I think we've got updated targeting on these guys. Okay, all right. I'm having interface poisoning here. Right. Let's force the launch. Yep, okay, off they go. And as long as these guys don't get... That's really loud for me. I'll fix that in post, but God, that's loud for me. As long as these guys don't get within range of that SAM battery, I'm not too worried about it. And okay, the F-18s are off and running. Send him back. He belongs. Wow, that's loud. Let's yeah, I'll fix that in post so it's not blasting your ears, but it's making it hard for me to think. One thing we need to do. They ought to do this automatically, but I don't trust them. So we've got the Iron Hand, which is showing as task on mission. Right click, refuel if possible. Select tankers from Maroon. Heading to refuel point. Yes. Happy days. Now we get to watch these Harriers do their thing. And a 20-pound cat just jumped on my desk. Okay. Lay down, Scooter. Take your tail out of the monitor. Thank you. All right. He's my buddy. 20 pounds Tomcat. Okay, we get the game running again now that I can see what's going on. All right. Let's do this and let her rip. He's expecting attention too, so I'm kind of half lost a hand. All right, weapons away. Weapons away. Nice. Nice, nice. All right, this guy, I need you to go hunting for a radar. I want you to come back later, but right now I want you to go hunting for that radar. So those guys are returning to the Principe de Asturias. These guys are heading for the refuel point. How did we do here? Well, we got some good penetrations. Losses and expenditures. See if we can find those guys in here. We've killed so many things, it's hard to tell. 11 F-16s. Yeah, 4 SSC-36 Telar. Well, that's what you get for dragging your sticks out on trailers and letting my recon guys find them. All right, we got guys going down. Contact mobile for 547 type classified as infantry. Ooh, well, how about that? You know, when these, ooh, there you are. When these guys get back, in fact, let's go ahead and get the mission. Let's get these missions up and let's delete these missions. They get back. We'll rearm them with cluster bombs. We got infantry to hit. If there are cluster bombs on board, I haven't looked. We're going to find out. All right, these guys are heading for the tankers. All right, Flight 933 has Grupo Alpha. Have you got, are those aircraft on the deck yet? I don't think so. They're there. They're going to land now. They're in the landing queue. What is this? Um, Unassigned. Base. Return to base. Yeah, I got myself all screwed up here. When I killed those missions. Okay, return to base as ordered. Slow this down a little bit so I can watch what happens. All right, now do we have our aircraft? Right, there they are. Completing landing. Oh, you guys. What I want these guys to go ahead and rearm with GBUs. Ready arm. Look at that. Mark 20 rock eyes. Dual purpose bomblets. There's 20 available. And ready them up. 6 hours. And we'll load them up with GBUs for other targets. Outstanding. Here we go. And we got to watch these guys in case they do something stupid like RTB because that's a P3. S2. Get in here and see if I can find my Mistral. Oh, they're landing. Is there another cap getting ready to launch? Yeah, they're readying. It's gonna be a while though. Well, no, they're ready. Yeah, we're 30 minutes away from having cap back up. That's bad. That's the kind of thing that's really difficult to manage in game. It's hard to keep up with. Right. Okay, this is just telling me I got guys that are gonna be down for a while. And those guys can get enough fuel here any time now. And hopefully they will stay on mission despite the fact that it's okay, they see this radar over there and we don't care. Here they come. Now I'm a little bit worried. 4 birds and 2 targets. We're going to let them go, but I will not be shy about grabbing a, what's this? Is that my, yeah. I want you guys to head down there and do the reconnaissance thing again. Stir those guys up so these guys have good targets. I will not be shy about pulling up a save game if this strike gets goofy. There we go. We got good solid targeting information. Got a current. What am I seeing over here? Well, that's infantry. That's interesting. Red. No. What is this infantry company telling me? Turn off surface weapons, turn off air weapons, and it's still showing me this big red. Oh, I suspect that's uncertainty about its whereabouts. It's kind of weird, but okay. Here they come. All right, are you guys going to split your weapons up properly, or am I going to have to go back to a save game and manually force this? Let's see. Remember, this mission has 2 targets, 4 birds. I'm not sure how the AI is going to choose to split that. Any second now we ought to see weapons launch. Unless I've turned off. Nope, everything's still showing. This ought to be the range. Yeah, I have a bad feeling they hammered one guy. Okay, I'm not sure what to make of that. File, load, autosave, load. Hope that doesn't take us back. Nah, that's perfect. Let's select these guys. Shift F1. Allocate all those weapons. 2 ought to be enough for that radar. Let's see if that works. Well, I guess they were in range. That's interesting. 2 might not have been adequate. We're showing a lot of uncertainty about that radar. We find out, and again, I'll back up and do this again. This is about learning. I will back up all I need to make this work, to show you guys how this works. And thump thump. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But then they get stupid about this. Okay, all these guys have weapons. That looks good. Allocate all. Allocate all. Allocate all. Will that make him happy? Yeah, here they come. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand the logic here. And thump, thump, thump. Ooh. How well did we do? Miss. Lots of misses. Well, that could be challenging. Trying to hit that airbase with that But you know what? I think I have. I did hold a couple of guys in reserve. Right. So when these guys are ready to go, we'll launch this mission just ahead of them and hurl a couple of more harms at that SAM and hope that that's enough to uh, to get that mission in. Good old cough button. All right. Well, I think this is going to get boring from here for a while, so I'm going to put a cut in this for a bit, watch things run, and let us catch up and get ready for the next set of missions. So just stand by. It'll be a few moments for you, and God knows how long for me. Well, okay, several hours have passed, and we have aircraft ready on the Príncipe de Asturias, and I want to go get me a radar site. Now, we've also lost track of that, lost track of the infantry company. We'll find him. I'm going to back him up a little bit just in case. But let's go ahead. Right. Those laser guided bomb armed Harriers are ready to go. Let's do a quick mission. Create a mission. Oh, I just call it Los Rodeos. Probably not perfectly accurate. Iron Hand. Strike. Land strike. Make it active. Let's load up these guys. I know, I know. I'll fix that. 2 aircraft. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. And let's select that radar, add it to the target list, and let's get on with it. Here they come. And look at that. What is that red? No, it's not air weapons. It's not surface weapons. I'm not real sure. That could be an uncertainty thing. Let's see how we do. Oh, it's more certain now. Mobile men is classified as infantry. Oh, we went right over that infantry. That's what happened. Okay. And kick this down to something tolerable to watch. And come on now. Should be weapons away. There they go. All right, I need you to go back and nail down the location of that infantry. Let's take a quick look at Moron, at the aircraft available there. Wow, it's more hours passed than I thought. We're ready to go. I say we're ready to go. Well, the tankers are ready to go. So it looks like we need to enable. We need to send the harms. We need to strike with the harms and see if we get there. I really don't want these other guys going down into that missile envelope unless we've had a good strike on them. And then we're going to need the reconnaissance. We'll do a recon of the airfield. 2 harms. There's plenty of time. I think we wait. until I can launch a substantial harm strike, like at least 4 birds. So that's another 2 hours and change. And we will put 4 birds down there to go down there and smack that. If we have to stir them up again with the Harriers out of off the Principe de Asturias, we will. So we put another cut in this, and back when everybody is ready to go play. Well, okay, a very short time has passed, a lot shorter than I thought it would be before I came back into the video. Our strike from killing that radar is on Grupo Alpha, and they are rearming with cluster bombs. But I got curious, and I took a little chance and sent these Harriers down here to poke their nose in and see what was going on. And two things became apparent. One, bomb damage here is very heavy. I think that site is knocked out. Two, even more importantly, they spotted something on that base. If we hit the contact report, we see that there are 7 Su-22s and 4 Su-24s, a MiG-25 and 4 Mirage F-1s. Something must be done about that. Something must be done. So if we take a look back here, what we see is that we are ready to go with laser-guided bomb strikes on that target. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to take a little time. I think we're probably about 30-35 minutes into this video this time, and perhaps the thing to do is to do this. Yeah, I don't know. I could fling this one right now. It'd probably take 10 minutes of video time. What do you say I pause the video and set these strikes up? Okay, I know that was kind of brutal and abrupt, but there you go. I have activated the Marone tankers and the Marone cap to get them up and running, and I've got these 5 F-18s all armed with glide bomb units. Killed the enforced flight size to let them go with 5 birds instead of 4 or 6. Reconfigured the tanking. Now we got to add some targets, and the way to do this, since these guys have an airfield that is just scary large, I think we're going to come down in here and we're going to hit F9, and we're going to hunt down the individual tarmac locations where these birds are located. Let's get this out of the way. That one's got 2 one Su-22, one Su-24. So I'm really interested in that one. That one's got 3 Su-22s on it. I'm really interested in that one. That one's got 3 Su-22s. Yeah, I'm really interested in that one. You starting to see a pattern here? The things I'm interested in. 1 Su-24. Probably interested. 2 Mirage F1s. I'm running out of. Well, that's 5 birds right there. 2 Mirage F1s. What's down here? 2 Su-24s. I don't know how these guys are going to allocate these weapons among 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How are those birds loaded out? Well, that's 10 weapons. I think they can do it. Now we just need to get the tankers on station and let them rip. So let's check and see if the tankers and everybody else will launch for us. Yes, there they go. Did I get my you know what? I don't yeah, I'm screwing around with the cap. I hope this isn't too late. Sign the mission, unassign, mission editor. We're on cap, two birds. I hope that's not too late. Looks like it worked. All right, while they are proceeding, these guys are still moving in to try to find that infantry. It's a P3. No, that's a tanker. That's a P3. That's my cap. Yeah, sand battery over there I don't care about. Tankers are almost there. Well, they're almost halfway there. P3 coming home. How fast are these guys going? Pick it up. I want you guys to shove that SAM envelope. Ooh, not only pick it up, go there. I want you to shove that SAM envelope over both those airfields just in case none of these airstrikes really work out. All right, we ought to be able to launch that cap or that strike. Mission editor. Got us airfield. Check the tanking. Let's make it active and let's hope I got it right. Reason mission is configured to use air-to-air refueling. However, there's no tanker available in reasonable reach between the two. Yes, there is a tanker within reasonable reach. Okay. Mission editor. Make it inactive. That's kind of interesting. Don't see why this is a problem. Let that tanker get out on station, and that ought to do it. All right, mission editor. Make it active, see if they launch this time. I hope so. Is that who I think it is? Yep. Yep. Form up. On plotted course. Refuel if possible. I suspect they'll do this automatically, but I'm just kind of weird like that. Let's go. We've lost track of that infantry. We'll keep hunting. There's my cap. There's my strike. Hey. What are you doing? That should be an individual bird. Refuel if possible. Select tanker from mission. Oh, God, I can't get my mouse right. Here we go. You too need the fuel. That's the tanker. That guy got some fuel. He's on his way. Those guys are still fueling. That's what happens when you launch an odd number. That's interesting. He tanked up nice and quickly. And here come the rest of them. Where is weapons launch? Way down here. We're going to find out if that SAM battery is dead right now. I shoved those Harriers down his throat. I'm not sure why this shouldn't work. Well, that was nice. Looks like we hit something with 100% penetration. There. Thump! Losses. Oh, SU-27, SU-24, SU-22. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can return to base with all due dispatch. Refuel if possible. And here comes the other birds. All right, let's see. I'm going to slow things down because it looks like they may have only launched a handful of weapons. Am I in group mode? Group view. Well, I think they've pitched everything they got. I don't know what they're going to hit, but they pitched everything they got. There was a whole lot of booms there. Looks like we didn't get these guys, but boy, we stomped a lot of other guys. Do you have any weapons left? Hard to say. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Well, almost completely successful. Looks like they beat tar out of those guys. And I don't see any remaining. Switch group view. I don't see any remaining guided weapons. Losses and expenditures. Seven SU-22, 2 SU-24s. Well, we have birds left on the Asturias with cluster bombs, which could make a mess out of any remaining aircraft there. I think we did pretty good. I also think that this video is run a little long. So we're going to call it a day. Hey, this is getting interesting. Hopefully the next video we'll have these guys down in position and ready to invade. In fact, I may just go ahead and run it until it gets there. We'll see. I don't know. I'll figure that out when the time comes. In the meantime, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you again soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button, and please share and comment. See you again soon.